Hello. Good evening. How's everybody doing? The title of the video is going to be on submission, and have my co-host, Coach Rod. He should be joining me shortly. And basically, what my thoughts about submission is that it's a two-way street, and it's basically getting. Hold on one second. What's going on, Coach Rod? You there?
Hey, what's going on? What's going on, man?
Hey, what's good? What's good with you, brother? How are you?
All right, not much. Everything good. Yeah, sorry about the first time. Yeah, just got this is running a little late. Just got off, but yeah, man, it's good to be on.
Yeah, I feel you,
Uh,
man. But let me get your thoughts about the whole submission thing. You can lead it off.
um, yeah. First of all, I want to say, man, it's good doing this with you, man. I enjoy. You know, let me get my phone charged up so it won't go dead on me. I enjoy what we doing, man. You know, yeah. Um, Submission, we get that from a scripture in the Bible. It says in the book of Ephesians chapter 5, says to the woman to submit to her husband as unto the Lord. And a lot of men they like to quote that and read that, and they want a woman to submit to them, and which a woman should submit to them.
Yeah.
But I you know I want to let the women know that you know be careful as a woman who you submit to, who you make your head, who you make your husband, who you marry, because
Facts.
every man is not worth submitting to. And there are some quite criteria, some that I want to show you, ladies, that you that you should submit to a man. If you don't see these these character traits in a man, then you don't excuse me, you don't submit to him, and you don't make him your head. Because a lot of times women, they submit to the
Well, I
wrong
said,
to the
oh, I
wrong
didn't-
to the wrong to the wrong man, you know, and 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 then they wonder why things are not going right in that relationship, in that marriage. But I want to say this: the word submit in the Bible, in the New Testament, it was written in Greek. That word submit doesn't mean obey. In the Greek word for submit is on hupotasso. It means to come up on and lift up, and it also means to put in order. So that's the a woman role, is to come up under her husband, her man, and lift him up and support him, be his support system, be come up under him and lift him up. You know, that's what the apostle Paul was really meaning when he said, women submit to your husband as unto the Lord. It doesn't mean to obey your husband. Like um Jonathan was saying in the first video, it's not about dictatorship. He ruling and telling you what to do. And it's not about the woman doesn't have any voice. The woman don't have no say. And everything, is always the man. Everything gotta be the man way. That's not what submission is. Like I said, you gotta understand, in the New Testament, the Bible is written in Greek. So when the Apostle Paul was telling the women to submit, that word submit in Greek means hupotasso, to come up on her and lift up. That means come up on your husband, lift him up, support your husband, or it also means to rearrange. And we got to understand, as men, God created a woman for a reason, to help us. Because if we can do everything by ourselves, why we need a woman for? So that's her job as a woman, to come up on you, support you, and lift you up, and put in order, rearrange, you know, arrange some things in the home. And it doesn't mean that the man got to make all the decisions, and the woman don't have no voice, and she can't make no decisions for so long, a lot of preachers have not broken that word down like I had just broke it down. They say, oh, women submit, and then women take that the wrong way. And they say, well, if my husband tell me to do something, I got to do it. And I
Keyword
have had,
husband.
women, that, submit to a husband that want to have a threesome, want to bring other women into the marriage. And they say, well, the Bible says submit,
No.
you know. Yeah, and I want to tell you women, that you don't submit to that, whenever a man is going to, lead you in the outside of the will of God, you don't submit to that, because a real true man of God, he's not a real true man, period. Not even the man of God, even if he's not a real, not even if he's the man of God, he could just be a regular man. A real true man, he's not gonna, um, you know, put pressure on you for you to do something that's not normal, for you to bring in a threesome and all that. So that doesn't mean that the man, you gotta do everything that man say. It doesn't mean that. It just means your role as a woman is to come up under him and lift him up, support him, respect him. That's the main thing. What that word really means is to respect and to honor your husband. You know. But again, we live in a time now. Most majority of men are not. They want to say to the women, "Oh, the Bible says submit to me," but what are you doing as a man? It's easy for a woman to submit to a man that that know his role as a man. You know what I'm trying to say? But I want to say to the women, the type of man that you want to submit to is three things I want to bring out. A man that's a leader, a man that have a vision, and a man that's submitted to God. Those are the three, my opinion on submission. That's what you want to look for in a man. Before you submit to that man, before you make this man your head, you want to make sure this man is a leader. He's he has a vision, and he's submitted to God. That's where I look at that, bro. You know, and I think a couple of weeks ago, last week, you posted, how dare you expect a
Yeah.
woman to submit to you,
Yeah.
and you're
You're
not
not
willing
willing
to provide,
to
protect, and lay down your life for
lay
her.
down your life for her.
And,
I feel.
go ahead, bro.
Oh no, I'm just saying though. You cannot expect a woman to submit to you. If you're not willing to lay down your life for her. You're not open
Exactly,
to listen to her feedback, protect her, revive her,
exactly.
not just physically, but mentally, emotionally, spiritually as well.
Yeah,
As men, we kind of looked at submission as being obey me or do as I say, not
exactly.
set an example for her, and that's not what submission is. And
Nah,
I think women need to understand that it's a two-way street. I submit to you, and you submit
yeah,
to me. It's about coming together. We're teammates. We're
exactly.
partners. You know, if
Yeah,
he's not encouraging you, he's not motivating you, he's not trying to lift you or put you on the highest pedestal or putting you first, then you should not submit to
exactly,
that man. But point blank,
exactly, exactly. And that's the thing, I want to let the women know, because like I talked about recently about how if a man's a leader, a man that take the initiative. You want to submit to a man that's taking the initiative, that you ain't got to tell him to do things that a man should know how to do. That's how a man's a leader. If he's not a leader, you don't put yourself in a position where you submit to him. He gonna take the initiative. You're not gonna have to tell that man, to cut my grass. For example, if you dating a man, and you in a relationship with a man, whatever, and y'all together, and this man pull up in your driveway and he see your grass need to be cut, guess what? He should a leader gonna offer, say, baby, I'm gonna take care of your grass. You got somebody cutting your grass? No, I ain't got nobody cutting my grass. I'm trying to find somebody, baby. I got that. That's how a man's a leader. But if a man sit back and see that things need to be done and he's not taking the initiative, you don't have a leader. You got a grown boy. You got a man
sure.
that don't know his role as a man. You got a man that has been emasculated, and he'll sit back and let you do all the work. And it don't make no sense to be with a man and everything is still on you.
Yeah, you
You
should
still
leave
gotta
a
figure
man's
out how you
motive
gonna
and
cut your
stuff.
grass. Yeah, how you gonna do this, how you gonna do that. A leader take the initiative. A leader lead out front. He take the initiative. A woman don't have to ask a leader for nothing. He offers. He offers. Baby, let me take care of this. Baby, let me put gas in your car. Let me make sure your car clean, your car washed, things
Maintenance,
like
yeah,
that.
maintenance work.
You want to make sure this man is a leader before you marry a man and submit yourself on a man, because you don't want to be submitted to a man that's not a leader. You don't want to be up on a grown boy. I'm telling you, women right now are happy, and a lot of women, they are married, but they still single,
Still
bro.
single, still single, yeah,
Still single
exactly.
because they doing everything by themselves. You know.
Yeah,
But yeah. You
yeah.
want to say something?
Oh no, I was just gonna say, he should take initiative to pump your gas. He should take initiative to make sure your car is maintained because he want to make sure that you get to work on time, or just just around the house, making sure the house is
Exactly.
maintained, make sure the electric is right. Even if he doesn't know
Hmm.
how to fix it, he needs to know what to do to call somebody to maintenance to
Exactly.
furnish the house and well tamed. He should take initiative. He should have to keep asking them over and over. Can you please fix this? Can you please fix this? You should just see it. It may like one time you ask me and that's it. I should just be on it, or I should be able to call somebody up so they can handle the
Yeah.
system and our solution. As men, we're supposed to be solution based, not problematic, not keep trying to
Exactly.
as well, it's 50-50. It's all about equality and stuff. No, it's not. I mean, that's not what a
Exactly.
grown man do. A grown man gonna take
Yeah.
initiative. He gonna take the lead. He sees something out of place. He's gonna
He
make
can
sure
take
that
lead.
he gonna make sure that he gonna make sure that everything is running smoothly and successfully. Your thoughts?
Yeah, and to add on to what you just was saying too. Not only that a man that take the initiative is a leader, but a man that's generous. You know, when a man really care about a woman, when a man love a woman, he gonna be generous with that woman. He gonna give to that woman. He's gonna make sure that she's straight. You know, if a man not showing you that he's a generous person, he's not a leader. And a lot of times I hear women say, I'm waiting on God to send me Boaz. Boaz was a character in the Bible that
Yeah.
was a God fearing man. Matter
You
of
have to
fact,
be.
that
You have
his
to be your
name
purpose
means
though.
strength. Yeah, that name
You
means
have to be
strong
walking in
man
your
of God.
purpose.
I didn't hear, bro.
No, I was saying you have to be walking in your purpose so that man can find her.
Yeah, yeah, and that's pretty much what happened with in that story with Ruth and Boaz. She was really in her purpose at the right place at the right time. But what I want to point out to the ladies is, Boaz was generous to her. He made sure that, she had food. She made sure that she drunk, and he gave her something to take home, because Boaz knew her situation. He knew that she was a poor widow woman, so he was generous. That's a leader. The man, he gonna take the initiative and he gonna be generous. And like Brother Jonas say, he gonna protect you, provide for you, and he's gonna be willing to lay his life down for you. And
Yeah.
that's the role of a man. If he's not trying to protect you, he's not trying to provide. Even with the providing, you may make more than him.
Yeah.
Some cases women make more than men, but he's not gonna sit down and let you kill yourself and pay all the bills while he don't do nothing. He's gonna, he's gonna step up his game up, and bring something to the table. If he's not willing to do those things, then he's not worth to submitting to. You gotta tell him to go get a job. Like for example, this young lady reached out to me and she got a full-time job, and the man that wanted to marry her got a part-time job. And she was like, no, you need to be, how come we gonna survive and you only got a part-time job? So
That's
he
my
didn't
point.
know, this your job as a man is to provide. You can't provide with a part-time job. So and eventually she cut it off with that man. So ladies, that man is not willing to do those three things, to lay down his life. Lay down his life means to give up. Going out to the clubs, giving up, cause really it's like a sacrifice, you know, and that's the love that Christ gave to the church. And that's what he was talking about, to love your wife like Christ loved the church. It was a sacrificial love. But men not willing to sacrifice, going out to the club, hanging out with the homeboys, and spend time with you. He's not willing to sacrifice to make you a priority. Then you don't make him your head. You don't submit to him because he's not, you know, he's not worthy to submitting to. So that's my input on that.
Yeah,
You had one
and I
add
also
on to
want
that.
and I also want to say is he has to have his own vision, his own core values, like we talked about before. If a man doesn't have a
Yeah,
vision, he doesn't have core values, and she has to be included into your life and accustomed. You can't just have visions and not have her input. She had just as much to say as the man, and that's one thing I feel like a lot of men we struggle with is we feel like it's all on us, but she's there to help us, and we need to be helping her. 'Cause a lot of times, a lot of the stress is on her, and we need to make sure that we provide and we maintain a healthy lifestyle for her as well. It's not all about me, me, me. It's all about what can we do as a couple, as a unit.
yeah, and that's the thing that the second thing I had wrote down about, like you say, vision. If the man doesn't have a vision, you know, y'all ain't going nowhere. Y'all ain't going nowhere.
And also about
And,
potential too.
one thing I teach men, you say you want women to submit, but what vision? And vision just mean plan. Does this man have plans for his future? You don't want to follow nobody who don't even have a plan, for his future. You don't want to submit to a man that don't have a plan. Like they say, a man that failed to plan is a man that planned to fail. So, and if he
Yeah.
fail, guess what? You're gonna fall. As a woman, you're gonna fall. So, as a woman, you wanna look at things like this. Does this man have vision? Where do he see himself in the future? You know, because even in the Bible, it say without a vision, people perish. Without vision, people perish. And by him being the head, he's supposed to be, the visionary when it comes down to things like that. And then the woman supposed to help him rearrange that vision, you know. And like you said, it go both ways. Even a man got to submit to a woman vision as well. Her plans
Hmm.
and her goals. And I'm not saying like a woman should, drop everything she doing and just,
No.
don't go after her career, don't go after her goals and just put everything in the man. No. If I'm meeting somebody, if I know she got purpose, she know what she want to do, I'm gonna support her as well. I'm gonna submit to her as well. She may not be a speaker, she might be a nurse, she might be a doctor, might be a lawyer. I'm gonna be so like you said, submission go both ways.
Yep.
Even though the Bible really say women, but at the same time, men should submit to their woman as well because I might wanna I might want to buy a new vehicle, but if she don't feel like this time is right, I just can't go out there and do what I want to do. Well, I'm the man, I'm the head. You gotta do what I say. I'm
Yeah.
buying this vehicle. I gotta consult. I gotta consult her, and if she don't feel like it's right, then I gotta submit to that. I might feel like it's right, but I gotta submit to that. And another thing too, women are more, and that's why God want the woman to submit, to come up on us and lift up and to rearrange, to put in order. That what submit mean, because women think with both sides of their brain. Men, we don't think with one side of their brain. And the scientists and doctors have proved this, that women think with both sides of their brain, because the average woman are more mature than the man, and the average woman are much smarter than the man. And we have to allow our wife to use what her gifts, her strength. We gotta allow our woman to help us. Because if we can do it by ourselves, God would have never created a woman. So that
Facts.
woman has something that we need, to help us, to fulfill our purpose. And again, we help her fulfill her purpose. But that's my intake on that. Like you said about the vision, it simply means, does he have a plan? Does he where he see himself in the future? And pretty much if it's God ordained, his vision gonna line up with yours, ladies. If you know, for example, if you want kids, if you want, a house, you want to live in a nice area, you want a certain car, you want your kids to go to college and stuff like that. You want to make sure you and him on the same page. His vision should be the same, line up with yours. But if his vision way off, I just I want to go to the club, I want to party, hang out. That's all he talking about. And you want something in life, y'all gonna be unequally yoked. Y'all gonna be
Mm-hmm.
unequally yoked, and that's not gonna work. It's just like putting a donkey in the ass together to plot a field. They're gonna bump heads because they're not the same animals, you know. And that's what the Bible mean by do not be unequally yoked. A lot of people right now are married, but they unequally yoked because
Mm-hmm.
they don't have the same vision, the same purpose. You know, they don't want the same thing in life. Some people just want to stay in the ghetto. Some people want to, hey, they got goals, they got dreams of owning their own business. They want to get up out of the ghetto. They want to live in a nice neighborhood. So you have to understand, you know, if it's God ordained, if it's God meant to be, your vision and his vision gonna line up together. You know, you can't be
Mm-hmm.
going right and he trying to go left. You know, how you gonna submit to that?
Yeah, true. And
So,
also, I wanted
vision, lady, is very important. Yeah, go ahead, bro.
oh no, I also want to say is about potential. I feel like a lot of women like to feed off a lot of potential, or we kind of, or just sell for guys who like to sell them a dream of what could be,
Yeah.
instead of dealing with men that are on their grind or already have the seeds deposited for the future
Mm-hmm.
to reap. You know, I feel like a lot of men they'll sit there and sell a dream like I feel like I'm doing this X Y Z, but after year one, year two, as a woman, you should be measuring him. You should be evaluating
Exactly.
what the man has said in the beginning when he first told you about his vision. If he's not there yet, you know,
Exactly.
there's always room for improvement. But you got to be quite careful with guys with potential too, you know. And
Yeah,
then
I agree.
another thing you said too. You said husband. A lot of these women feel like a boyfriend is husband. No, that's not. A boyfriend is not a husband.
Yeah, yeah.
Boyfriend, a
I'm glad you brought
boyfriend is
that
not.
out. Yeah,
Submit to your husband. You're not submit to a
yeah. Not your
boyfriend. You
boyfriend.
don't even have a title. You know.
Yeah, and that's the thing. I'm glad you brought that out. And it's sad to say this, but most majority of men living in their time, they boyfriends. They are not husband material. And like I said to the ladies, if a man not feminine oriented, like if you a feminine oriented person, and most majority of women are, they got kids, they're single. You want a man that's feminine oriented as well. A lot of you guys are not husband material, and you wonder why the things are the way they are. He brought a good point. Submit to your husband, not your boyfriend. So if this man is not husband material, you know, and you'll know if he's husband material or not. You'll know. Number one, a husband gonna, like I said, he gonna be a leader. And one way to know if a man's a leader is he gonna take the initiative. He gonna be generous. He gonna be a protector and a provider. He gonna be willing to lay his life down for you. A husband, he understand that he's a covering. See, a boyfriend, he don't understand that. A boyfriend, he's not a leader. A boyfriend, he'll sit right there and come over your house and see your grass need to be cut, and he'll sit right there and won't do nothing. That's a boyfriend. That's a boyfriend. And I'm telling you now, I deal with women that's they married to boyfriends. They're in a relationship with a boyfriend. A woman should have to pay nobody to cut her grass, and she got a man in her house. The man moved in with her, living in her house, and she got to pay somebody extra money to cut her grass. That's a boyfriend. A husband, he's going to take charge. He's going to get out there, cut that grass. The man don't even want to take the garbage out. A husband, he takes the garbage out. A husband know his role as a man, ladies. So if you with a man, and if if he's not showing you a husband like characteristics, you're wasting your time. We are living in a world now. Most majority of men have a boyfriend mentality. You know, they have a boyfriend mentality, and they'll lay down with you, they'll lay with you, get your body, but at the end of the day, they won't be willing to protect you, provide for you, and to lay down their life for you. And
Mhm.
and back like to I always say, don't give a man your body who's not willing to give himself. And that's what I meant by that. You know, if he's not willing to protect you as a man, God created men to protect women. God created men to provide for women. God created men to lay down their life. If he's not willing to do those things, then as a woman, you have to say, you know what? And like I said earlier today, the woman got to realize you are the man blessing. You are his
Yeah,
favor.
you are the favorite.
God
Yeah, he the
created you
favorite.
for him.
Yeah, he the favorite.
So so and that's why even in the Bible, God say, if a man dishonor his wife, in 1 Peter 3:7, read it. If a man dishonor his wife, the Bible say God will not even answer his prayers. Why? Because he dishonoring the blessing that God created for him. So that should tell you something right there. If God will not answer a man's prayer because he disrespecting his wife. And I posted this last night. I think you took it one time before too. We gotta do a better job as men of to protect of protecting our women. Yeah, as
Yeah.
our job as men
Yeah.
to protect
Yeah, I've
women,
seen that video.
not to take advantage of them, not to sleep with them. It's our job as men, cause we all got women in our family. We all got sisters and nieces. We got a mother, aunties. You know, we got to protect women like we want somebody to protect, like we protect the women in our family. That's what God wants us to do. Even you may not even be with that woman, but men just don't understand their role as a man no more.
Yeah.
You know, and it doesn't matter the status between you and your baby mom. You still should respect that woman because she carried your child for 9 months. And when you disrespect that woman, you pretty much disrespecting pretty much every woman because she put your child here. And if y'all don't get on for us relationship wise, you still as a man gotta respect that woman and do your part as a man and help take care of that child and be in that child's life. you know. But again, those are leaders, those are husbands. Even though I'm not with my child mom, but guess what? I'm gonna still do my part as a man, make sure that my kids straight, that they got money. I come over there and spend time with them, stuff like that. All these things is very important. And this is why I tell women stuff like this is to protect women and also to teach women that you a queen. You a queen. And you got to understand this as a woman. You teach a man how to treat you. Even as men, we teach women how to treat us. You teach a person how to treat you, what you allow and what you accept. If you allow a man to come and do what he want to do and walk all over you, cheat on you, talk to you any kind of way, dog you out, guess what? He's going to do it.
Mm-hmm.
He's going to do it. But as a woman, you got to know your worth and say, you know what? I'd rather be the man to come in my life who's going to provide for me, protect me, and lay down his life. And I guarantee you, if you wait long enough, you will find that man. It's some good men out there, ladies. It's some good men out there. It's not a lot to choose from, but I do believe there are some good men out there. I don't want you ladies to give up, but there are some good men out there. And I have women that follow me. They were single when they first started following me. Now they married. They got good husbands. So, you just gotta be patient, you
Mm-hmm.
know?
But yeah, though, like I said, it's all about providing. That's one thing that I feel like a lot of men fail to realize that you do have mothers, you do have sisters, aunts, and you want them to be protected and provided for. She want to have that same respect for another man's daughter. That's the one thing
Exactly.
I don't have no tolerance for.
Exactly. The
You
same
know.
way how you the same way how you want somebody to treat your daughter like a queen,
Hmm.
you treat somebody else's daughter like a queen.
Yeah.
And why I say earlier today, men are very double standard. They crazy about their daughters. They'll kill somebody over their daughter. But then again, they'll turn around and treat somebody else's daughter any kind of way. And you can't be like that because you gotta realize, like I said before, I know what it feel like to lose a sister to domestic violence. You know, so I know what it feel like when they hit home. When somebody do something to your daughter, kill your daughter, then you ready. You know, you ready to go out. But this is why I tell men, you know, men like me and you, we are not trying to attack men. We're not trying to put men down.
Mhm.
And men like me and you, what we trying to do, we trying to build a healthy relationship. We trying to teach men their role. And
Mhm.
it's up to that man whether they're gonna follow and listen to us or say, well, whatever, you know, they are whatever. It's up to that man. But as a man, when you see me doing stuff like this, you need to teach the women in your life, your family, the things that I'm teaching these women. Because, like I said earlier this morning, women are dying daily from their boyfriends. A lot of women have been, you know, I forgot the statistics, but you know, a lot
Raped,
of women have been molested, raped, touched
arrested,
by family
incest.
members, their boyfriends,
Mhm.
and you know, we gotta do a better job in educating our women as men and protecting our women. You know, we the
Yeah.
head man, we the leader. And another thing too, what I see a lot of men do on my videos, like they if I do a video like today, I was talking about how a woman should not pursue a man and the man should be the pursuer, and
Mhm.
how men you know use women. So you know, a dude commented, well, don't women use men too? You know, and that's an example of a grown boy. Cause
Grown
like, you
boy.
know, when I was in school, if I was talking with my friend, the teacher only called my name, I would say, well, point my finger, but he doing that too. I was a little boy. You know,
Mhm.
I was in school, but now I'm a grown man. So I tell men, stop complaining about what women doing. When you sit down to my oh, but women do that too. When you come in on my video, women do that too. You acting like a boy. Grow up. You be a man
Mhm.
and you take the initiative. You take the
Yep.
lead. Guess what?
Mhm.
And women do cheat. Women do bad things. They use men, but guess what? If more men will step up to the plate and start leading these women, the women gonna start doing what they doing. Because we
Yeah.
are the head. And we the head. We the head. If the head is off, the body gonna be off. You know, and that's the problem that we have
Mhm.
in the world. The head is out of place. The head is out of place, and we dump everything on the woman. Oh, the woman ain't raising the kid right. It's your job as a man to you know to help that woman raise them kids, and you know, and put the fear of God in them children. You know, because you are a man, you a disciplinary.
Mhm.
But a lot of men, they sit right there and they point fingers at the women. Oh, the women doing this. Oh, women pushing the man out the house. A woman ain't gonna push you out the house if you loving that woman. 9 times out of 10, most majority of the
Mhm.
time, if you loving that woman, treating that woman right, especially if you got kids with that woman, she's not gonna put you out the house for no any and everything. And I have seen this a lot. Sometimes a woman will stay with a man that she got kids from, and he treat her wrong. So
Mhm.
imagine what she would do if a man treat her right.
Mhm.
Women are not wired to just leave their family. Like men, we are more quicker to leave. A woman, they are wired to fight for their family much longer. They
Mhm.
just the way they are. They don't really walk out on their kids and they in their husband or their significant other, you know, because they are not wired that way, you know. But yeah, bro, I mean, it's sad, man. You know, I see a lot of things was going on, and like I said, I watched the video last night on YouTube. You know, a lady was saying how a young girl got killed. Her boyfriend killed her. He called the family and confessed that he killed her, and he killed himself. And the police went in, they arrest him. They found him dead, and they can't find the girl body. So we, you know, that's why I try to tell our women, man, you gotta be careful. You gotta be careful, ladies, man. If you see a man that if he don't have, you know, leadership ability, he's not a, you know, if you dating a man, and like I said, you know, during the talking stage, y'all dating, you know, he may not be a millionaire. He may not have. Like, I ain't saying he gotta have everything and all that. Even if you make more than him, but you want to see is he a provider, protector, and if this man willing to lay down his life for me. That's what you want to know during that dating stage. You want to know these things. And all you gotta do is just watch him and ask questions. I would ask him, what you think a man's role is in a relationship? There, well, you know, equal rights now. I mean, back in the day, you know, women want equal rights. You hear all that kind of stuff like that. Cut it. That should be. Don't even entertain it no more. That should be the last conversation. Oh, okay. Well, you know what? I don't think this is gonna work. I don't think this is gonna work because I see right now we don't have the same. We don't have the same core values.
Core values, yeah. Core
But
values, yeah.
y'all women, y'all entertain these grown boys. you know, you entertain these grown boys, and and they be showing you signs right there. You just talk to them and ask questions. Collect data. When you dating, dating is for collecting data, and that's gathering and processing information. And then you sit down, you talking to him, you asking him questions, he asking you questions, and then I tell the men the same thing. You know, they gonna come and what about the women? Y'all gotta do the same thing as men. You ask her questions. You don't just just start dating a woman because she got a nice body. You know, same thing with the women. You don't date a man cause he got a six pack, he look good and all that. No, that don't mean nothing. You want to sit there, you want to ask this man questions. You want to know if this man, if you want a husband, if you want something serious, if you looking for a husband, you want to know if this man husband material. Is she worth me submitting to? Because I really do believe if a man love a woman right, and he lead that woman with love,
Mm-hmm.
on the norm, most majority of the time, that woman will submit to that man.
Mm-hmm.
That woman will submit to that man. But he gotta understand, he gotta lead that woman with love, not with dictatorship.
Mm-hmm.
Whenever a man trying to control you and make you do stuff, that's not love. That's not love. You want to add on something to that, bro?
Yeah, about like the whole like I said, the whole controlling thing. I mean, dictating what you wear, who you can hang out with, you can see your
That's
family
control.
members. I said that's all control. That's not love. And a lot of
Control.
women get that confused. They feel like that's, oh, this guy loves me because he cares about me not wearing this type of hair or me going out with my friends. But that's all about dictatorship and control, and
Yeah.
that's not loving. When you love a woman, submission will come naturally. And a lot of times we want to pinpoint the blame on the woman, but we have to look internally. Like, did we really truly love this woman? Did we really sacrifice and our time, our effort, time with the boys, time with the football game, time watching football games, time watching basketball games, or
Mm-hmm.
did we really love this woman? Point blank, did we
Yeah.
really care for the woman? But the sad thing about a lot of men is that we start caring after the relationship is gone. You have to be
Yeah.
you have to be present within the relationship and do things, because there's signs that she does tell you that she's unhappy and she wants you
Yeah.
to change. But a lot of times we have our wall built up so we don't hear it until we see her
Mm-hmm.
out with another man treating her with respect, and we're over here like, damn, what happened?
Yeah.
And then we trying to get
Yeah.
her back, but you can't, because once
Trying to get
she's
it back.
gone,
Yeah. That's
once
what they
the
do.
once once the once her mind is gone, her body will follow. So that's the thing that,
Exactly.
like, that's the thing. But we have, as men, we have to realize we have to love our woman unconditionally, love her, love her. And a lot
They
of
love the
times,
church
not,
unconditionally.
just for sex. No, it's not about sex. It's about having her feel naked mentally, emotionally as well.
Mm-hmm.
Being her covering. That's the one thing that we need to do as men. Make them feel safe and protected around us and within our presence. And when they're not around us, they need to understand that we have their best interests at heart. That's the
Yeah.
one thing that we're lacking, is just that this is just compassion for them. 'Cause, like, every day, it's like they're always hearing that they're not good enough. They're talking about weaves, and it's like nobody really talk about how much we love them, nothing, how much we actually appreciate them, or just doing the little things that what I appreciate,
Mm-hmm.
you know.
Yeah. And I want to touch on something you said too, but ladies, when you start dating a man and you start seeing him telling you what you can't wear, who can be around, who you can hang out with, I'm telling you right now, if I was you, I would cut ties with him right then, because that's a sign that he's controlling. And like Brother Raymond said, that's spirit of Jezebel is a controlling spirit. And when a man start controlling you, most majority of the time, physical and verbal abuse is gonna come behind. He's gonna start tearing you down. He's gonna start calling you names. He's gonna start with the verbal abuse first, and then after he start with the verbal abuse, then he gonna start with the physical abuse. And then,
Mhm.
and that's why a lot of, like you said, a lot of women think that's love, but
Mhm.
they've been manipulated. They've been,
Mhm.
and this is what they do. They a lot of people that's narcissists, a lot of men that's narcissists, they do the same thing. They try to tear you down for build lower your self-esteem down. That way they got control over you. If they can control your mind, they can control, and that's the part of abusive and a controlling man. So lady, when you see these signs in the beginning, they try to dictate to you what you can and can't do, and try to control you, who you can't hang around. You shouldn't have to. Your man ain't. That's not submitting. And a lot of these men, they'll use that too. Oh, we supposed to submit. They'll use that submissive thing to control you. Even
Mhm.
men in the church. Even men in the church, and I believe this. A real man ain't gotta say that to a woman. A woman gonna submit to him automatically by him doing the right thing,
Mhm.
by him
Facts.
treating her right. But when he trying to control you and dictate to you, jealousy and control, manipulation, that's a sign of an abusive man. If you see these signs, cut ties. Cut
Mhm.
ties with them. I'm telling you, don't keep going forward, because a lot of women have end up getting killed with these abusive, controlling men. And that's one thing about me. I have zero tolerance for a man putting his hands on a woman. I have zero tolerance for that. That really get me upset. And I tell my women that follow me, you gotta pay attention to these signs, because they're gonna be there. And that's one thing
Mhm.
I like when you pointed out that controlling and dictating to you what you can and can't will, can't be around your friend, your family.
Mhm.
You gotta do everything they do. They're gonna start putting you down, calling your name, but you're gonna think, that love, that's manipulation. They're gonna, and that's what abusers do. They try to gain control of your mind, and what they'll do is, in the beginning, they'll overshadow you with gifts. They'll be charming, and you be like, oh man, this love here, he really care about me, you know. But if you turn down his gifts one time and he get real mad with you, because let's say you offer this man offered you money, and nothing wrong with a man offering a woman money, but if you say, nah, I'm straight, I don't need it, and he get mad, that's a controlling man. If whenever a man get real mad because you don't take his money, he's trying to control you. And when you see that right there, you need to run, cut ties and run. Don't think that's love because he's giving. Because that's what they try to do. They try to lure you in with the gifts and the oversharing. But like I said, a real man ain't gonna get mad because you don't take his money. I might offer a woman, babe, you need this. He gonna 500 with a 200-300. If she say no, babe, I'm straight, then okay, I ain't gonna get mad. But when a man get mad with you because you are not taking, you know, um, his money, that's a red flag right there. You know. So ladies, be careful with that. I was exposed to that. My aunt was killed by an abuse. Yeah, it's happening every day, brother Rick. It's
Mhm.
happening every day.
Yeah.
It's happening every day. A lot of women grew up without validation from their father. That is true. So she attached herself to men who more than like not good men. That was we call daddy issues. Yeah, that's true. A lot of women have
Mhm.
not been confirmed by their fathers, and and yeah, I agree with you on that. And
Yeah.
that's why I do what I do. I'm sure about Johnny do what he do. Our goal is to be that example. You know, I would say me, I'm a brother to the women. I'm your brother. I'm your spiritual brother, and not gonna lead you wrong. And that's why when I coach women, my number one goal is to build their self esteem up. Is to give them validation, because I could tell a woman all day leave that man, but guess what? If she don't know her worth, if she don't know who she are as a woman, she ain't going nowhere. So what I gotta do, I gotta validate that woman, and I gotta put in her head, you a queen. Once I get that woman to know that she a queen, that woman gonna leave. That woman gonna leave. But it's all in the mind of that woman. She got to know that she a queen. And like brother said before, a lot of time these men don't understand when a woman complaining, y'all think she nagging. Oh, she care. But when she start complaining, that means she about ready to walk. And once she leave, she ain't coming back. She ain't coming back. And this when a lot of men want to get themselves together. Oh, now when you see with somebody else, now you want her back. You know, I experienced that. You know, with my ex I was with. You know, I got with my ex. Her ex boyfriend blown her phone up now. She was saying 5 years. This man ain't. This man ain't. You know, he contacted me on that. Now all of a sudden now he see me and you together on Facebook. Now he blow my phone on. He want me back. Oh, now he want to go get a divorce. But before I had to fight him to go get a divorce. Now all of a sudden now she see that I moved on. He said I moved on. Now he want to get a divorce. And that's how some of these men would do. But I told her, yeah, he ain't gonna get no divorce. He just playing. He just trying to get you back because he don't want to be. He don't want you to be with me. But when a woman fed up, like R. Kelly say, ain't nothing you can do about it. Ain't nothing you can do about it. Once she know who she is, ain't no turning back. And that's my goal. You know, when women reach out to me, I want to get in their head that you're a queen, because the number one reason why women allow men to cheat and they keep taking them back, they allow men to put them down, call them names, verbally and physically abuse them, because they low self-esteem.
Yeah,
And
you
they
know,
figure
they
like,
don't
you
have
know,
identity.
I can't do better. And I had done a video about this before. A lot of guys would tell a woman, you know, if she got kids, nobody wants you with them kids. That's a lie. It's a lot of good men
A
out there
lot. A lot of
will
men
take you
want
on with
them
kids.
kids.
You know,
That's a lot.
but they put that in your head to get, then a lot of women will stay right there because, well, you know, anybody's gonna want me. You know, ladies gotta be careful, man. I mean, pay attention to these signs and red flags. You know, it's very important. Just in a 10-year marriage with a narcissist, I saw the flags, but thought I could love him. I could love him, and this is a mistake a lot of women make. Saw the flags, but thought I could love him to do right. I was wrong. Now I'm taking depression medication because my marriage ended. And my marriage ended. Let me see. Depression medication. My marriage ended, and I was molested from the age of 12 to 14 years old. That's what happened to me. I'm 49, and I still don't know what it
What it
means to
means to
be
be
truly
truly
loved.
loved. I'm tired. I'm done. My concentration is now on God. You
Yeah,
know.
that's the thing, my sister. You know, I'm gonna keep you in my prayers and everything, because you've been through a lot. You've been through a lot, and you made a huge mistake. You know, not to put you down, not because we all make mistakes. I made a mistake. You know, I
Yeah,
made a
everybody
mistake in my
mistakes.
past relationship. You know, now, but you know, 3 years ago, about 2 years ago, I didn't know what I know now. Now, knowing what I know now, now I know not to make that mistake no more. But
Yeah,
we
that's
all
because
have
you're
made mistakes.
involved.
Yeah, and I want you to
You're
be
involved.
encouraged.
hmm
And like you say, put your focus on God right now, and you need to allow God to heal you, because you know a lot of times women do the same thing what you just did. They see the signs, but they think they can love a man. And one thing I tell women, you cannot change a man's character. You could not change a man if that's what he is. That's pretty much what he is. You know, a lot of women will sit right there and they'll pray for the man to change. Oh, change him. Oh, change him. Oh, change him. And if that man don't want to be changed, ain't nothing you
hmm
can do. He got to want to change first. Then God will come in his life, and he got to go to God himself and say, God, change me.
Facts.
Because God gave everybody a free will. God ain't going to make nobody do nothing that they don't want to do. You know, so if a man, if you see these flags, like she said, she saw the flags. Ladies, I'm telling you now, cut ties with them, run, cause you don't want to be like this lady right here. And being married to a narcissist, I mean, I know she caught hell in that marriage. She caught hell
Mm-hmm.
in that marriage. Cause those are people that you don't want to be involved with. I'm telling you, they and according to scientists, they say no people that are narcissists, is really no hope for them, and they lack empathy for others,
Yeah.
and they don't care nothing about you. They can't love you. It's impossible for them to love you.
Facts.
Because it's they have no empathy for others. A narcissistic person got a mind like a baby. Like when the baby cry for milk, they don't care about the mama tired or the mama don't feel good. The mama have a headache. They don't care about nobody's feelings but them. That's how narcissists are. They're like a baby. They have a capacity of a child. And if you see these signs, ladies, I'm telling you, man, you have to get up out of it. Don't sit there and think, well, I can change them. But back to I said, earlier today and last night I did a video, some of y'all women still broken. And I believe maybe this young lady, she said she was raped 12 to 14.
Mm.
And it seems to me that you never healed from that. You was broken. So when you broken like that, you know, you can't make good decisions. When it comes down to choosing a man, because you gonna do the same thing what you just did. Well, you want to talk yourself into it because you want that man to heal that brokenness, and a man can't do that. Only God can do that. So when you broken like that, when you lonely and depressed like that, you need to not be dating. It's dangerous to date while you are broken. As a woman, it's very dangerous, and a lot of women have lost their life. They've got in situations where some men have gave them AIDS. Men knew they had it and married the women. I have heard a lot of stuff like this. So, ladies, you got to be careful. You got to be real with yourself. If right now you are broken, you need to get to a point where you can get healed before you date, because all this stuff we talking about leaders and submitting, you're gonna overlook all that. You're gonna see this man not a leader. You're gonna see this man, is not a protector and provider, but you're gonna say, you know what, I can love him, and he gonna change. You can't love a man to change. A man don't change because you love him. He changed because the love he has for you.
Yeah.
That's straight up.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. If he's not trying to love you, he's not trying to be there for you in your darkest moments, then he doesn't need to see you when you shine. If he's not trying to pour into you or deposit into your love bank, then you really should be trying to avoid this man, because it's all about helping each other out and give and take. Loving each other fully. Nothing no 70%. Not giving her 70%, not giving her 80%, 90%. Give her 100% of your love, your time, effort, like
Yeah,
you would your job, your career, your professional career. We
exactly.
have so much time. With our rap career, our football career, basketball career, but it's like we don't pour nothing into our wives or our girlfriends, and we expect them to flourish. We can't do that. Whatever we deposit into her is what she's going to reproduce. And that's one
Yeah,
thing
that's
that a
right.
lot of men we have to realize that she's
Hmm.
she's a part of us, and if we don't treat her right, and we disrespect her, call her out her name, and don't treat her like the queen that she is, then she's not going to be able to fulfill anything that we have designed
Exactly.
for her or asked for her. But yeah, what was you going to say, brother?
Yeah, you was right on the nail when you said whatever you deposit in that woman is what she's gonna multiply and give it back to you.
Hmm.
A lot of men don't understand that. Oh, she doing this, she doing that. More majority of the time, she's doing that for a reason. You
Hmm.
deposit some bad stuff in her, she's gonna multiply it and she's gonna give it back. If you deposit good things, she's gonna multiply it. She's gonna give it back. If you deposit bad things in that woman, she's gonna multiply it and she's gonna give it back. And I have seen a lot of time women have became bitter with men to the point where you can't even mention that man's name in their presence no more. And they once was in love with the man, and but a lot of men don't understand this. Women are reciprocators.
Hmm.
They reciprocate off what you do to them. You know, and back to like what I said before, you know, if a man loving a woman, leading that woman with love, that woman wouldn't have no problem submitting to that man. If she's, you know, a good woman, a woman of character, a woman of morals, you know, she won't have no problem. Most majority of the time, that woman won't have a problem submitting to that man. You might have some cases where a woman just not gonna do right. You know, you do got some bad women. I ain't gonna say all of them are good, but
Mm-hmm.
I believe most majority of the time, you know, most majority of women, they won't have no problem with submitting to a man that's making them feel loved. Like you say,
Mm-hmm.
treat them like a queen, make them feel
And
like a
value.
queen,
That value as
you
well.
know,
Value as well.
value
Appreciate it.
them for their work. They, you know, they won't have no problem with submitting to a man like that right there.
Mm-hmm.
And that's pretty much what a woman wants, because a woman was made for love. You know, she was made for love, you know. And that's why the Bible say love her like Christ, because that's her number one need as a woman is to be loved. And the way you show a woman love is by being affectionate. And
Mm-hmm.
affectionate ain't got nothing to do with sex. It just affectionate pretty much the same thing as chivalry. Open up the car door, you know, doing things, you know, massaging her feet, you know, stuff like that. Just the small thing with a woman, being at, you know, holding her, you know, watching movies, cuddling
Yeah,
with her,
listen to
watching
her day.
movies.
Listen to her day, rub her feet,
All
you
those
know.
things, yeah, all those things are important to a woman. It's not just about sex. Now, sex is good, yeah. Does it make her feel good? Yeah. But at the end of the day, you know, if you give a woman good sex, but you neglect that woman,
Mm-hmm.
guess what? She's not gonna be happy. And you could be paying all her bills. You be paying all her bills and giving her good sex, but you neglecting her emotional needs. She's not gonna be happy unless she a type of chick that you know that's like that. But on the norm, you know, a woman need more than just financial support, and they need more than just sex from their man, from their husband. You know,
Yeah,
they
they
need
need love
that
and affection.
emotional support as well. You know,
Love and affection.
and you know, a lot of men don't understand this. You know, they come at a woman in a sexual manner, talking sexually to the woman on the phone. A real woman don't want that. That's a turn off. Showing a woman your private part, you know, that don't impress. I'm talking about a real good woman, a woman, a queen, a woman that's going to submit to you and respect you. She's not going to want to hear that. You know, she want you. She want to know, can you love me? Can you treat me
Mm-hmm.
like a queen? A
Mm-hmm.
lot of men don't understand that, but you know, but they want a woman to submit to them. You know, but it all depends on the woman. Yeah, it all depends on the woman. Marlon James, that's a good comment. Like I said, you know, it all depends on the woman. You got some good, you got some
Yeah, you
bad.
have to
But I
do
believe you got most majority of women are good and they don't mind submitting. But the men, see one thing about men, they get with some women that's like back to what we said about hot material. Some women are not wife material,
it. Mm-hmm.
you know, and you try to make her be submissive, you know, it's not that she's a bad woman, but it's just that you know she's not ready yet. She's not mature. See, the Bible said when the man findeth a wife, so when you find her, she has to already be a wife. If she's a wife when you find, is she acting like a wife when you find her? Is she dressing like a wife when you find her? You know, and a lot of men don't understand this, you know, and then they wonder why they get used and they get played because you thinking with the wrong head. Number one, you judging that woman based upon her body, on her looks. You know, you're not trying to get to know this woman. The first thing a man want to do, get in the bed with the woman, and have sex with the woman, and then now, and like you said this before, brother, most men now won't marry a woman unless they have sex with them, and that's true.
Yeah,
That's
that's all
true.
I'm saying.
You know, and that's a mistake a lot of men make. And you wonder why you're not blessed, you're not growing, you don't have money because a lot of men don't understand because the seeds that you are sowing, you're gonna reap what you sow. You are sowing bad seed. So all this sleeping around, all this, going from woman to woman, all you doing is making your life hard, sowing bad seeds. But
Yeah.
as a man, if a man pick the right one, because we always put everything on the woman. Oh, you choosing wrong. Men choose wrong all the time.
Yeah, we're the one
When
that
a man
go
get
out there and
used,
approach.
when a man get played, he choose wrong. Because there are
Mm-hmm.
some signs. The same way I teach women, there are some signs. There are some signs that you, as a man, you can pick up on. But when a woman, but a lot of men don't see it because they're looking at the woman's body and they're looking at the woman's sex. She got
Mm-hmm.
good sex, and then, for example, if a woman in the mall every weekend spending the money, and you see this woman like doing the talking and dating stage, she always want to go to the mall and just spend money. Ain't something wrong with shopping, there's nothing wrong with that. But some women just shopaholics. As a man, you should say, man, she's not ready to be my wife. She's not ready to be my wife. So I ain't gonna, you know, I ain't gonna mess with that. I'm gonna back off. But again, most majority of men, they looking for a girlfriend. They're not looking for a wife. They're looking for a girlfriend. They're looking for sex on the first date. They're looking for, a one night stand, friend with benefits. So this is why men can't choose the right woman, because they're not looking at a woman and saying, is she's a wife? Because they got a boyfriend mentality, you know, so whenever a man gets getting played, is getting used, guess what? It's on him.
Mm-hmm.
Me as a man, the man that I am, when I look at a woman, I'm looking for a wife. I'm looking for, does this woman carry herself like a wife, not a girlfriend? Is she classy? She may look good, but if she's not classy, you know,
Have
I want
morals.
a woman with brain. Is well as body. Where's her brain? Can we talk? Can I
Mm-hmm.
can we have conversation? She may have the nicest body, but brother, you talk to her, she talking all crazy. Y'all can't even conversate. Come on, you want to look at more than a woman's body. And I think with men, they put every with men, they choose the wrong woman, right? And they get dogged out and get played. And a lot of men, they are broken too. And when the men come broken, they take it out on the rest of the women. Well, I ain't gonna, you know. I heard one man say, man, F relationships, man. I'm just gonna F women, cause he hurt, he bit him, he broke him,
Mm-hmm. Yeah, somebody hurt
but
him.
he choosing the wrong woman,
Mm-hmm.
you know. You want to say something?
Oh no, I'm just saying. Like I said, a lot of brothers are broken, whether it's childhood or whether
Mm-hmm.
it's a past relationship. And like I said in I think my last video, they need healing, they need therapy, they need help, and they have to be honest within themselves to understand that hey, I don't have it all together. I do need help, and
Yeah,
what I need to do, what's the outlet so I can recharge myself, so I can be a better wholesome man. And like I said, there's not enough
mm-hmm.
men for a lot of women to choose from because a lot of men are broken, teaching other broken
Yeah,
men games and tricks and manipulation, and it's not, and it doesn't go well for it doesn't bode well for them, you know.
yeah. And that's the thing, like how you said, you know, when it comes out to a man that's being broken, a lot of times you gotta go back to his past,
Mhm.
how he was brought up, and it got to go back to his past relationships.
Mhm.
So, and this is why I done a video on to men, to teaching men how to know if a woman using you for your money, because it does happen. Not all women, but you have some women out there will use men.
Hey,
But I
brother.
believe most of the women, they really want a good man. And the way I see things, the way I'm seeing things, women really got their own money now, so they ain't really trying to use a man. These women now out working men. They got houses, they got cars, they got more than what men have. So they just want a man to love them, and because I coach women, and I'm like, this woman got looks, got a good job, got a nice car, got her own plate, and I'm like, what's wrong with these men? And then they get with these men, they want to cheat on them. They want to, so a man can't say ain't no good women out there. Because I see a lot of good women getting cheated on. Women that got careers, women that got, they're holding it down. And And these women saying, hey, look, I don't care if I make more than you. Just love me and cherish me. You know, give me quality time, whatever she need. And
Yeah,
you know,
find
and
find her love language.
I see it all the time, bro. I see this all the time. I deal with women like this, you know, on a weekly basis. Like I'm like, they be good women,
Mhm.
good head on their shoulder,
Getting
and
played daily.
getting played.
Mm-hmm.
And I heard my man Blake said a PhD
Robert Blake, yeah.
a PhD woman getting played by
GED.
something he's yeah,
Feel like a GED, yeah, GED brother.
the GED man, yeah. And that is so
Mm-hmm.
true. That is so true. These
My
women,
brother,
you know, so
brother, my
I don't want to
phone,
hear when the man talking about ain't no good women out there. They don't want no good man. That's a lie. That's a lie.
brother, my phone
Most
died.
majority of women want a good man, bro.
Hey, brother, my
Mm.
phone died.
Your phone down?
Yeah, I thought, yeah, peace.
All right, man. Hey, we gonna get back together and do this again, man. I enjoyed it. I really enjoyed you, man. Hey, God.